I've read 1,000 novels. Seldom do these stories move in your favor. Abiding with the mind, your subconscious is addicting. When you can't find a wound that's been afflicted. Caught up in the time, you're chasing the months, though the minutes aren't any faster. So sleep becomes escapism and life gets tragic. Your mind starts churning and becomes a basket for all those hopes and dreams, love and habits, but I refuse to keep the same traditions of an ancestry lost in textbooks, history lessons shelved with the rest of mankind, too busy fussing about lost bets with a sermon and a ballroom dress. I prefer to sculpt with stone and chisel. Rebuilt above the breaker, the border, such barriers. We fenced off our demons, leaving our minds to bask in our own indifference. To become so fearful and timid, we lacked the courage to cross the borders between separation and a sanctum. Burn the bridges and reside where your heart beats, thumping at every discourse when you strayed far from the norm and decided it was okay to be alone. Let the trees keep you company, plant seeds of hope, but here's a plight to the farmer who plotted our vices in fields of gray, which have grown too big to bear, so we kneel in fear when we forget to forgive, to love, and to live. We kept a devil on our shoulder. It told us to give in. I ignored such fatal pleas. By deciding to cope with rhymes and clever wordplay, I held a burial of notebooks collapsed in my chest. It left a poem nestled between my heart and my breast. It read out a passage, whispered in my ear, escape this misery, your sleeves are bare. Embrace me with open arms, you will see the world for what it is, not a venture to find the last tread of a long and strenuous journey, to find your belongings dumped in a chest full of ambition, a treasure buried amongst ditches. X marks the spot, now find the riches. You see, you're lost in a sea of dreams, black and blue and oceans deep. You took a voyage across a barren sea, sailing away from the tide's reprieve. You realize the bow never meets the shoreline. The sun always sets in the west. The sun always sets in the west and never rises to the occasion to shine above those burning steps, glorified as kings. On a steep and wondrous throne, you prayed at the heel of a false god for that light to guide you home. I longed to peel back the sea, unravel its depths and crawl into the crevice where my heart slept, solemnly pumping against the waters. It wavered with the fishes and the sharks. Hear the voice cry, escape this misery, your sleeves are bare. Embrace me with open arms, this world is yours. Rise above the surface. Learn to live and to love, because life's worth living. Just have to stay afloat.